So diversity recruiting it's a passion of mine, but it's so important for us as a business and just for the world. We want to make sure we're reflecting the community around us. We work in a diverse community. Globally, it's a diverse community. And so we want to make sure our employee base reflects the community around us. We also know that there's obviously lots of studies that show that diversity brings innovation, and there's lots of really great business cases around why you should have a diverse community. Our employees are seeking diversity. They want to work with people who are diverse, particularly when we start thinking about these generations and these younger generations. Diversity is so important. It's not optional. It's an expectation that there's going to be diverse employees around them. So there are a number of factors for us, but I think most important is we want to reflect those around us, and we want to reflect the communities that we serve, the communities where we work, and our client base. When you think about diversity recruiting and really employing a diverse group of hires, I always tell people you're not going to have a diverse employee group if you don't have a diverse group of applicants and candidates. And so you have to have a really broad pool. You have to start with a broad group of candidates and a diverse group of candidates. And that means looking all over at some of the more traditional sources, but also lots of non-traditional sources. And we're really fortunate now in this day and age of having lots of opportunities to interact virtually and online, where you can really find talent that maybe you wouldn't have found before. So we spend a lot of time thinking about education. Right? Not everyone knows about the asset management industry, particularly candidates who might be from underrepresented backgrounds, candidates who are Black and Hispanic, candidates who might be from underprivileged backgrounds. They don't know asset management. They don't know Schonfeld. And so we spend a lot of time in the education. How do we get out in front of young people and talk to them about careers that might be wonderful and interesting for them that they've never thought about? We do educational sessions with first and second year students at schools that might be community colleges, maybe they're state schools. We work with traditional HBCUs and other schools. We also partner with a number of nonprofits and national organizations that are out there, again, trying to educate and broaden where people think about employment. Could be 2-3 years before we ever have a position available, but we're building the pipeline out so that when we do have positions available, we have candidates who are ready for the positions. And I think it's really important that you're building that pipeline and that you're thinking broadly about where talent comes from. I think years ago, before we had access to virtual recruiting, before we had access to LinkedIn and other platforms, especially in the campus world, it was very easy to get stuck and siloed on a group of schools, and that was your core group of schools. It's much easier now to have a far reach, and you can outreach to students and to candidates in such varied ways.